Thank you very much, Larry. As usual, the streets of the nearby French Quarter are alive as we are in downtown New Orleans at the Mercedes.
Everyone, I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL.
First opened back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Tonight, we start Week 11 of the NFL season with a good one here between the Dallas Cowboys and the New Orleans Saints. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Check, check, check.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
And the dreaded face mask penalty, that's going to cost him 15 yards.
And it's such a dangerous play. Body going one way, and then your head gets yanked back the other. 15 yards is the right call.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And, right away, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Here's Romo finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Y18, check, check, check.
On first down, Romo brought in over the middle by Grant. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. To throw on second down is Romo. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Fresh set of downs here. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. So we'll look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
That is incomplete. The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though.
Ready, 18, check, check, check.
3rd and long here. It's Romo. He's going to loft one. Deep left side here. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. And the Cowboys will call on Dan Bailey here. On the right hash. Officially, this will be a 51-yard attempt. And did he have enough? He did. He kept it online and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And a look here at their go-to guy under center. Here's the backup running back, Carlos Williams. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. 2nd down following the run. They run it again with Williams. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
That was a tremendous play by the defensive line. We always talk about leverage versus any play. How about versus the draw? Underneath, they get into the backfield and make a big-time play.
He'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
Obviously, they didn't get everything they wanted on that completion, but they put themselves in a spot where you've got to at least think about going for it. I know where we are on the field, but still, you've got to think about it, don't you?
And great special teams work here. This is knock it on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. And out now come the Cowboys. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points.
He's got a man complete. The 30, the 20, 10, touchdown, Cowboys. Antonio Brown, 93 yards. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. And I think it's safe to say we won't call many touchdown passes longer than that this year, partner.
No, I would agree with that totally. And right now, you're looking at an offensive coordinator. Conservative would not go next to his name. Risk taker, definitely, because he valued the opportunity to create a big play against what could have been disaster if they end up getting sacked or fumbling the ball in the shadow of their own goal line.
The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That, too. When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
Give them 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn them a fresh set of downs.
The goal of every offense is to move the chains, pick up first downs. A nice job finding an open receiver for a completion.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. On second down, Williams. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. So it'll be first down here after the run.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete, and he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's got time. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a second down and 8 to start things out. Back to throw here. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And the seemingly endless drive continues. They come out here in the I. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And he locates Josh Hill, complete.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Got the hand caught up in the grill of the face mask. 15-yard penalty.
So tough for a defender. You're trying so hard to make a play, and the way that these offensive guys can move around, sometimes your hand gets into the wrong place.
And the defense definitely showing blitz here. Now a play fake here on first down. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Pruitt, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to drop those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. If you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough. They couldn't handle it. It worked out for 6. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. Getting set to go again, Tony Romo marches back onto the field. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of it. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
And the Cowboys defense, they march back out onto the field. And they gave up a touchdown last drive. You kind of need to hit the reset button after every touchdown given up, Charles.
I love that. And the way that you phrased it is perfect, because from series to series, you can reset how the game is going to go. If you gave up a touchdown before, it doesn't mean you have to do it again. And if you made a great play before, you have to reset again anyway, because they're going to attack. So I love the way you phrased it and put it out there. That's what they have to do in this series.
It's not like when you're playing a video game. You can't hit the reset button here. Let's go.
No, you shouldn't anyway. That's for sure.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Their dangerous wide receiver. His second touchdown on the season. And the Saints are able to strike quickly for 6. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Getting set to go again, Tony Romo marches back onto the field. He's got to be feeling pretty good, playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game, helps us out. But at the end of the day, they want to rely on their arm. Throw the football, feel good about things, keep things moving in the right direction. Right now, that's exactly what we're seeing.
And we'll see if that continues. Romo here on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
There's so many times during camp and practice that you get bored as a player doing regular drills. But how about that shed and skate drill right there by the linebacker? You do it each and every day. Get the blocker away and get into the backfield and make a big-time tackle. That's what we just saw.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So now it's 3rd and 12 with an extra defender here in the secondary. A nickel look. Throwing on 3rd down. Romo. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
You know the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage. When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Throwing again is Romo. Man open left side is Brown. A strong running. And he gets it down to the 32. 6 yards on the pickup, so they'll pass on what would have been a 49-yard field goal attempt, and they're going for it on 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Romo got a man, and he hits him in stride. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. And Romo not liking something. He'll turn and call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. A great play there with his 19th touchdown, his second of the game. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. You know, normally he's probably pretty happy with his performance at this point. He's played pretty well. Bottom line, they're down on the scoreboard, so I'm guessing he's not that happy.
No, the fantasy owners who have him for this week, oh, they're happy with what's going on. But for him leading a team, trying to win a ball game, I agree with you. Not happy at all. Trying to figure out how to up his game and inspire his teammates to do the same.
That's a true leader. And he makes it all the way down to the 19. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 56 yards on the ground. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. The ultimate speedster showing that speed in front of his home crowd. They love that.
Made me stand up on that run because right now all I want to do is wave to the crowd. More noise, more noise. You got to reward him for that one. A big-time monster run. Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Now that was a good job by the defense swarming to the football. And you know it's no cinch that you're going to be able to get the ball into the end zone against them. They're number 2 against the run. So what's an offensive coordinator to do? Check your playlist.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Their big-bodied receiver. His second touchdown on the season. And the Saints are back within a score. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field, and they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Second down and just 1. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Larry Ridley will have first half highlights and analysis.
LR, plenty to show in this one.
Going to be a busy man at intermission. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. And the offense moving quickly to the line. And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. On first down, it's Romo. And he fires one that's intercepted. There he goes left side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
And he's able to put it through. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
Black 35. Gun. Check. Black 35.
On 1st and 10, Romo. He's going to float this one deep right side. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
Here we go. Right 20.
2nd and 10. Romo once more. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Romo now to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And now off to the races down the right side. 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there with touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Cowboys have retaken the lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. 12 yards on the return that time, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Saints defense ready to set up shop again here. They were picked apart really on that last drive through the air. Now 2 touchdowns against some of the passing variety here in this first half.
And momentum totally going against them right now. One way to shift it, a big sack or some sort of a takeaway. They've got to find a way to get back in balance in this game because right now they're under siege.
Yeah, they're a little bit shaken.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or 2 in and bats it away.
Check, check, check.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Here's Romo looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Here we go, here we go. Black 35. Black 35.
Now a first down throw. Romo out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. Well, we just saw shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too. There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
3rd and 2, it's Romo. Got a man. He finds Sanders. 15 yards through the air and a first down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Throwing again is Romo. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. They'll come out in the pistol.
Here we go. Black 35.
Throwing on 3rd down. Romo. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
But, partner, anytime someone tells me their fundamentals are leaving the game, I'm going to show them this play because they couldn't get to the passer. So what do you have to do? Get your hands up in the passing lane, and they batted it away on a 3rd down attempt.
So we've reached halftime in a wild... Now, my apologies, Larry. I wanted to hear the report. Somebody's in a hurry, so we're going to get them right to quarter number 3. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right.
Here we go. 3-19.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40.
So what's the old expression that quarterbacks like to use when they decide to throw the football? I'm looking for either a touchdown or a check down. And he took the check down on that play, and it worked almost to perfection.
He'll look to throw, and Cooks has it over the middle. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Shift together here from the D-line.
Here we go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the grab made by the tight end Pruitt. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
They'll set up to throw. And finding Pruitt. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Still on his feet. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Carlos Williams, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints have retaken the lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball, too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
That time, a 6-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the 2nd half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And the numbers, they sort of do the talking. Great game last week. Sharp again here in this one.
Sometimes you set habits with how you play, don't you? I mean, you start to put things together, you string them together, and the confidence continues to rise. And guess what? We're seeing that happen in front of us. Back-to-back weeks of really good play.
And the confidence certainly must be continuing to grow.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
They come out here in the eye. Now they'll run it on the toss. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with third down and just a yard to go.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know, the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive linemen, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
On 1st and 10, Romo. Sanders has it over the middle. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Second down now after the pass completion.
Here we go.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to have a third down. They got the ball to the outer third of the field, but they could not seal that edge and lost yardage.
And I love how you brought that up because sealing the edge is often a function of the offensive tackle on the line of scrimmage, oftentimes a tight end, maybe your H-back, someone to set the edge at the line of scrimmage to give them a spot to get to. If you're not able to do that, you're not able to turn the corner.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They come out here in the eye. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Their big tight end, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys have once again taken the lead. And he puts it through. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital.
Williams loses the football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. And he is picking up right where he left off a week ago. I wrote down, so funny here on my notes, what he said last week. And after we talked to him about the good game, he said, I will do it again. And I wrote those words down, and he's done it again.
And it's not bragging if you're doing it, right? Because that's exactly what he's told you, and he is getting it done. Smooth in the secondary, making catches, making plays. That's the guy that we know.
And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to make the stop.
And you knew they were going to go to him to try to get that 4th.
And why wouldn't they? It's not just getting the 4th. He's the hot hand, so to speak, right? The hot feet in this situation. He knows how to find the end zone. That time, he just didn't get there.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4th.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in the game, you're thinking must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time. That's another great play to come away with the football.
And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding him to no gain.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bringing an extra defensive back. Back to throw here. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Taking it about the 16. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Saints defense getting ready here, heading back onto the field. They are down on the scoreboard. They're just trying to keep the opposition now at bay.
Let's treat it a little bit like tennis. Hold serve. Don't give up anything. Win the point, so to speak, and move on from there.
Did you play tennis?
I actually did for a little while. Wasn't very good at it. Yeah. But I tell you what, the kids, they both lettered.
Your kids?
Exactly.
Okay.
Whose kids were we talking about?
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll give them a fresh set of downs. So the offense lining up 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Romo. And look at this. They get taking it right down Broadway. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, we've seen him target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many, because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. Well, they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now here come the Cowboys. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early.
Bye-bye, Beasley. He's at the 30. And all the way down to the 26. A big play there on the catch and run. 51 yards.
That was a nice pickup, some chunk yardage there. Some of those big yards downfield with a little bit of rack thrown in there, a little run after catch. They came on a crossing route. I can just hear one of my friends who won 4 Super Bowls as a quarterback always said the same thing. What route does a defense hate? Crossing route. Hate it, hate it, hate it, because it's hard to change direction when they get going full speed in the other way.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. The Saints with an extra defensive back here on third on the field.
Could they blitz?
Throwing on third down, Romo, and almost intercepted. That would have been his 3rd pick in this game alone. Instead, 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out.
While an incomplete pass certainly doesn't look like a good play, for the guy throwing it today, as many interceptions he's thrown, he's got to feel a sigh of relief that the ball actually hit the ground. It didn't go in the other direction.
All right, so this one's now back within a field goal, and if anybody tells you they see how this one's going to end, I'd have to say they're probably lying, Charles.
And this game's had more twists and turns than a good mystery novel, and I have a feeling we've got a few more twists and turns in store for us before they shake hands here.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. Where they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be, but we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
He's got time in the pocket. And this is going to be caught? No, they say it's incomplete. A 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
Fielded at the 20. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. To throw on second down is Romo. He hits Beasley right side. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Two yards to go here on 3rd down. Third and 2, it's Romo. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Plays like this when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Desperation time for Romo on 4th down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. Boy, that's some kind of effort. When he caught it, I doubted if he could get there. Knew it was going to be close, but credit him. Really good effort.
How about the rack on that play, the run after catch? But most of the time we think of it as just being an open field and picking up yardage. Sometimes you have to be real physical in order to gain the yardage you need for a first down.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, he's got some breathing room. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
He's had a big game tonight, and while no one's going to be overly concerned about that last play, you also know that the offense coordinator does not want to see that happen again. They want to get back to doing what they've been doing all game long.
Let's go now. Black 35. Black 35.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. On the give, this is their fullback. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
Ready. Black 20. Black 20. Go.
3rd and long here. It's Romo. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. And Bailey able to knock it through. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Now then, it's a big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th. But, Charles, there is still time left for a final drive.
Brandon, you know they would have liked to take the clock down just a little bit further, at least under a minute or so, but this was not over yet, especially since they just need a field goal.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And some room to work. Touchdown, New Orleans. Their dangerous wide receiver. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Saints have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
And touchdown and congratulations and 0 relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Yeah, part 1 is done, but now on the sideline, you can already see him scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready.
Yes, you have to get those guys ready, and you also have to talk to your special teams guys. Make sure the kickoff is exactly what you want and cover it well.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. He's back to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Here we go. Black 35.
Back to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Over the middle here to Brown. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Let's go now. Black 35.
They'll look to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Let's go now. Let's go.
Now it's Romo. And this is caught at the 8. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. They come up in an offset eye. Here's Romo. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Check.
Now Romo. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. This defense has held on so far. Now from the 3, this is 3rd and goal.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off the drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys.
And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
I think what we just saw in that drive, partner, is great practice, preparation, and poise. Not only did they score with little time left for them to retaliate, They chewed up enough time along the way while still getting the yardage they needed. That was an impressive drive.
Very methodical. Now, barring something crazy on the kickoff, they've got this one. And they can't convert. It's incomplete. But they still have the lead here in the final moments of this game.
Well, I think it's easy to figure out why they went for two there, right? You want to make sure you're guarding against a field goal beating you.
Yeah, but with this little time on the clock, they just need to worry about protecting on the kickoff.
That's the big one. And with the kickoff coming up, I wouldn't squib it. I would kick it deep, but not so deep that the return guy can get it. I want to make someone else handle the football. Yeah, put some height on it and take some time down.
We got three. All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Orlando.